What's going on? It's Hollywood Heat with Cantley.
Hollywood Heat.
We're here to talk about some movies and music, or movies and TV shows. We recorded third shift like yesterday. I feel like Cam keeps saying time is like not real at all.
No, it's not.
I feel
really
that.
So if time is not real, that means I can watch the Snyder Cut Justice League today.
Like,
yeah,
it's not like real. 5 minutes.
I know. Say it's not real. Not.
That mug is long as ever. I remember I literally started that movie at like 8 a.m. on a Saturday, like as I was like cleaning and stuff. Finished it at like 7 that night, like because I just kept like pausing it, going back to it. It was that long.
Dude, I still gotta check that out.
Yep. So we're gonna talk about some new movies that have came out, our thoughts on it. But I wanted to start by asking what everybody's been watching. So Cantley, what you got for us, man? What you been watching?
So this is a very interesting mix. I just finished season 1 of Game of Thrones. Lots of incest stuff, lots of violence, lots of just like a lot of weird things, and I'm just like, I don't know what's
on back in the medieval times though.
Listen, man.
Too. There's
she's
in that show. He's like, oh, the incest.
Yeah,
That's fair. Yeah.
She's just like, oh yeah, I know he's my brother, but like this. And I'm sitting here like, whoa. That, and then I just recently started Walking Dead. I know I'm behind on these shows, man. I'm like years behind. I know it's wild, but I'm catching up slowly but surely.
It's interesting because I haven't seen either of those in their entirety. I've seen bits and pieces of both, and at this point, I just don't think I'll ever go back and start.
It's a lot.
So I commend you for doing it.
It's a lot, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a lot. Especially
Walking Dead, like that's literally like I was telling Cantley just before this. I've watched Walking Dead like on date, like up to date every episode to like 5, and then past that I've watched it like throughout years. The show has been alive, and he's talking about watching it in like one sitting. I'm like, don't do that to yourself.
Not gonna happen.
You'll get bored very fast of it. But
it not happen.
What you been watching, Cam?
Yeah, I felt kind of also been all over the place. I haven't really been binging anything. So I think the closest I've been to binging is Ragnarok. That's on Netflix. It's like mythology. It's actually very good. It's dubbed, but you really can't tell. I mean, you can tell, but it's not distracting.
Right.
I have been keeping up with Loki, of course.
I've been seeing a lot of people talk about that. Is the episodes as good as the internet has made it sound?
And I've been very excited because they recently confirmed that they've already started production for a second season. I don't know, Cantley, if you've heard that, but they're making it like an actual series. This is the first one they're doing that with, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
And then I haven't started it yet, but I just saw that Atypical, that TV show. I don't know if you watched Atypical, either of you, but they just released their 4th and last season on Netflix, and I'm very excited for that one as well. So that'll be what I'm going to binge. That was just released, I think, maybe Friday. So.
Okay.
Am I right? Is that the one with the autistic kid?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen bits and pieces of that.
Yes, it's about him and his family. It's very smart and very endearing. I definitely recommend it for a nice, like, easy to watch binge.
Yeah. No, I like that. So
what have you been watching is the real question.
I think the last Hollywood Heat, one of you guys brought up The Boys, or we said somebody said something about The Boys, and I was like, dang, I haven't watched season 1 in a minute, and I don't even think I finished season 1 when I did watch it way back when.
Yeah.
So I just went back, and I'm on the finale of season 1 right now, so I'm about to start season 2. And I love that show.
It's our show.
Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch it when it first came out?
No.
No, I watched it close enough to that when I watched it the first time, it was as the second one was coming out. So it was really convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd see wanting a refresher because it is a lot for sure. But it's
exactly.
So good. It's so good.
A lot, yeah. I'm all about it. I loved it. Oh, this is great.
I was about to say, when we first got on here, Cantley was like, when I first watched it and seen old dude's girlfriend just splatter in like the first like 5 minutes of the show, you're like, wait, hold on, what?
You know, like,
yeah, what is this show?
Hey, I had to play it back. I had to play it back. I was like, what just happened?
And then the worst part is that he runs off without remorse.
Yeah, he's just like, my bad.
literally
I didn't mean to slow down, or I tried to slow down, but I couldn't.
Yeah,
My bad.
yeah.
He's like, here, just keep her hands. I'm like, oh.
Yes.
I'm just like, ew.
No, that's a good show, but
It is.
so outside of what we've been watching, man, I feel like last weekend and this weekend has probably been some decent weeks that, like we said, movies are starting to come out for the summer. I wanted to bring up Fast and Furious. I seen that last weekend. Do you guys? I'm about to say either of you guys have seen it, right?
No, but I've seen the memes.
Okay.
Yes.
The family.
Yeah.
Like, it's all about family. Hey, that's all it is. Cause he literally, first of all, Dom is my favorite superhero. I tweeted that. I was like, Dom Toretto is my favorite superhero of all time because he be doing some wild stuff through that movie, throwing cars and stopping bullets. He's amazing.
Sure.
But I was just been telling people Fast and Furious is the action car movie you want to see. And I was like, that's if you're sitting there like, yo, I want to see some cars, I want to see people get shot at in that, you go and see Fast and Furious. That's exactly. That's my only review of it so far. Do either of you guys have interest in seeing that soon?
I might go see it just so I can give you like a very terrible like opinion on it, and like just to have something to talk about. I might do it just for you specifically.
Okay.
I was gonna say if I did, it'd probably be to just say, why did I see this movie?
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
That's just, I love watching from afar and seeing everyone laugh about it.
No, it's laughable because Dom's character is just so unbelievable at this point. Like, there's no like the stuff he says. You're like, what? Why did he say that? Like, the whole family stuff. Like, middle of a shootout. Like, I love my family. It's all because of you guys.
Cantley in that situation. Are you kidding me? I could totally see you pulling something.
Oh my god, you know what I would do in that situation. You know how I rock. Yeah, you know what I would do.
It's all for the family.
It's all for the family. The Blaze family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Blaze boys.
The Blaze boys, yeah. The Blaze boys.
Well, listen, all that I've been able to think about for the past, what would it have been? Math, like 16 hours now is Black Widow. Because I saw it last night at 8 p.m. And it was like we've talked about how we've been waiting for this movie for literally 11 years. It's just like it is such a long time coming, and the movie was phenomenal. I won't lie though, it made me a little bit sad because the whole thing is like I don't know if we've ever talked about, where it's positioned in the timeline, but it's
I would like to hear it though.
Yeah.
So the Black Widow movie takes place after Civil War, when everyone breaks up and half of the Avengers are like in prison and shit.
Okay.
And she essentially ends up like facing her past demons and trying to redismantle the Red Room. So it brings her back to like her family, and you get a little glimpse of like her family life before she became full-on spy.
Right.
So the whole thing is establishing her family, literally her family.
Yeah.
And like all of these people around her who love her. And then you think about the fact that they literally just killed her off because she had no one that loved her. And it low-key drives you up a wall. Like,
That's
it is so
true.
It's so sad. So sad. But the movie itself was phenomenal. She was surrounded by a great cast. There are so many good characters in it. I do think you guys will like it when you see it, but you'll have to let me know if that was something that I'm a little sad that I couldn't get over, because it was just like you almost forget that she's dead,
Right.
You're so happy for her, and then you come crashing down. And you're like, this kind of sucks.
You're like, this is actually kind of sad.
Yeah.
But I will ask you this, Cam. I want to throw this out on the table.
Hit me.
What if one of your, co-hosts on here, I don't know, gives the movie a 2 out of 10 or something, or a 3 out of 10? I didn't say it would be me.
It probably wouldn't be me. I feel like I'm gonna give it credit just because, like you said, it's been a long time in the making, and if people who follow Black Widow a lot more than me liking it, I know somebody like me who's just a casual Marvel fan, I'm probably gonna enjoy it.
Well, and the action is phenomenal. It's like a great action movie. Yes, the fight scenes are great. So that being said, Cantley, if you would like to give the
right
a 2 out of 10, I'm gonna give you.
I would never do that with Scarlett Johansson, and I would never give it.
That's bold.
Out of character for me.
I'll never forget. That's trapped right in here.
You cannot forget that. That's hard to forget.
No.
That's hard to forget. But I do want to bring this up real quick because I know we talked scary movies last time we were on here. Fear Street.
Yeah.
I told Malik, I said, I'm ready for next week because I was like, it's the end of the trilogy. Like next week is it. And so I love how they kind of shows you a preview at the end of episode 2. And episode 3, I'm like, or like the third one, I'm like, yo, this is lit. This might be like one of the most lit things ever. So what'd you guys think of it?
I'm going to preface before we start. I haven't seen part 2 yet. I'm going to watch that at some point this weekend. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
But I have seen the first part.
Part 2 is a banger.
Yeah. I can imagine. It's so fun, and it's just such like a good story, and I love how they've done it where it's like they're full movies, because going into it I was like, oh, maybe they'll be like an hour each. And then you go and they're like almost 2 hours each. Like they are full stories that they've really cranked out in such fast succession that it like keeps it fresh in your mind. And I think that was brilliant on their part, because I think that's part of the reason that everyone's so drawn into the story is because it really let them kind of leave you on cliffhangers and be like, oh, I don't have to wait years to figure out what happens next. You know?
Right. Malik, what'd you think?
Well, first, just to add to what Cam was saying, I remember me asking about, is that why Loki is doing pretty well right now, is they're releasing the episodes pretty close together, and I feel like that does keep people in the loop. But yes, fun is the exact like definition I was thinking. I couldn't think of what it was, because like some of the music in some of the scenes when they're talking about like murderers and stuff, like the music isn't no like dark music. Like you're sitting there like, oh, okay, they got the monsters out. Like it's a good movie. And I was telling Cantley before this, it reminds me of like a Halloween or like a Scream, like some of those movies where it's not meant to like scare you, like but it's still like a horror movie, and it's fire. I like it. I can't wait to watch 2 for sure.
It reminds me a lot of American Horror Story. I don't know if you guys got into it, but like that similar kind of energy where it's like you feel like you're really engaged with the story, and then it scares you at times, and you're like, oh, that was good. And
right.
You know, like. Although I will say, like, there are some very sad parts in it, and I think that almost like is a testament to how good the movie is. Where it's like, even knowing those really bad parts, you're like, nah, it was still great.
Right. No, that was still good.
I think it's funny because I guess R.L. Stine he wrote the books.
Yeah.
And so before going into it, I kind of like peeped through the books when I was a kid, but I was more of a fan of Goosebumps when I was a kid. I love
Goosebumps.
I read every book, watched every movie, everything. So like I associated this with that, and I was like, oh well, if it's R.L. Stine, like there's not going to be any killing or anything like that. It's going to just be like fun, which you said the fun music and stuff. But when I saw the girl got killed in the mall, I was like, oh,
that spooked me. That spooked me. I'm not gonna lie, that spooked me.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was just like, and it's not like just like the killing you don't see. It's like the bloody, like gory killing. Yeah, so it was crazy.
Very true.
Yeah.
One part that really made me like, where I was like, okay, this kind of a little banger, was how they kept bringing up like this like witch and all of this stuff like for the first one, and like I said, like it wasn't meant to be scary, but like they was still throwing stuff in there like, hey, this could be creepy, we could take it there. But nah, it was good. Is the second one a similar story, or is the second one like?
I will tell you, the second one gives you the backstory of one of the killers.
Okay.
It's a backstory of one of the killers, and it's actually really interesting. I was like, oh, so that's how that dude came.
So like, the third one's it? After the third one, like that's the end of the series? I
believe so, yeah, the third one's it.
Wow.
There's something about like a massacre happening at a kids camp. It's been done before, and it's terrifying every time. Because you think about being a kid in like a cabin, and it's always a guy with an axe or something.
Yeah.
Like just this big, you can tell it's a full-grown man. Where it's like, who let you in this kid's camp? And he just like walks right in and starts slashing children. I don't know why it's done so often, but they keep doing it, and it keeps working.
Yeah,
this
one.
I hate to say it, but it also like adds to that kind of fun vibe that we talked about.
Oh yeah,
it definitely does. Yeah. The second one, you guys will like it. Cam, I told Malik, I said, I kind of gauge, watching stuff off like, if this is 3 hours long, but it feels like 20 minutes, I love it. And like that's how I felt with these. I was like, man, these are like almost 2 hours, like you said, but it's like these went by so quick. So yeah, that was enough. I was like,
you got me excited. I might watch that tonight, the second one, because I love that it's all coming out, like you said, like it's all coming out pretty quick as well. Because you said the third one come out
next Friday.
Next Friday.
Yep. Wow. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, all right, cool.
Well, any movies or anything you guys looking forward to in the future? Or you guys got anything on y'all list past what we've talked about?
Yeah, I can't think of the names because it's like, I don't know, I was just mindlessly looking at the screen last night in the theater, but there actually seemed to be a lot of good movies coming out that I hadn't heard of.
Yes.
Like, there was a few different, like, scary ones and a few different action ones. There was a G.I. Joe one that actually...
with, what's his name? Snake or whatever?
Yes, Snake
Eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and all the trailers looked so good. And then they had to release a trailer for Suicide Squad, the second one. I don't know if it's a sequel or what it is, but I'm excited. That I was just kind of like, I haven't looked past much Black Widow, but now I'm like, oh, we actually got a pretty good slate.
There's a lot. I feel like new movie trailers now have a whole different effect because for one, people is going to the theater. Like I went to the theater for the first time in 2 years, literally last weekend. And I was in there watching all the trailers. Like you said, I seen that one with the movie where people were like aging really fast
on the island.
Yes. What'd you say, Kaylee? Did you see
it's called
Old?
Yeah.
I want to see that. That looked like a little banger to just see on a random Friday night.
Yeah. It was weird because like they were showing the trailer for that movie forever ago, and then like they just stopped showing it, and it's almost like it just came back out of nowhere. Yeah,
that was smart.
Yeah, it was weird. It was cool though, I thought.
Well, you looking forward to anything else, Kelly?
I don't think we threw The Purge out there. I'm kind of curious to see how that.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't know why. I love those movies. I'm just like,
somebody commented on the Instagram because I posted a few of the movies that's out this weekend, and somebody commented on Instagram. They don't care about no Purge, man. That movie.
Who was it? I gotta go see who it was. I gotta deal with them now. I'm at the point. I'm dealing with people in the comments, man. I'm dealing with them.
you gotta check it out. Purge. I don't know. That might be a straight to DVD type movie for me, man.
I feel.
Not Cantley exposing himself as someone who loves the Purge movies and then openly said he's going to go deal with someone. Uh-oh.
Right, yeah, I'm dealing with people in the comments. Maybe I've said too much. I think I said too much, but yeah. So.
Well, I appreciate y'all tuning in to us, man. Talk about some movies and TV shows. I'm here with Cam, Cantley. This is Hollywood Heat. And we out of here, man.
The greatest movie show on YouTube.
Go watch Black Widow.
It is.
Go watch Black Widow.
Yeah.